Namaskar. It is Wednesday, October 14th. Very, very interesting day. Wednesday. Okay. Very strong day. Very strong day. So we'll do our practice. I love it. The ancient Vedic leadership practice. Now, this is an incredible practice for your leadership ability. Have you seen the profound changes of me in 6-7 months? My God, I'm like more confident, less fearful, less anxiety, stronger mentally, much more confident than I've ever been in my entire life. I've been through a lot in life, but that doesn't matter, right? Because that's the beauty. When I went through a lot in life, I thought, oh my God, it's the end of the world. And that there is no higher power or divine force in this world. As we call in Hindu culture, the devas versus the asuras, where there is a divine force that helps you and guides you. It doesn't guide me, but came out of nowhere. And it's all timing in life, right? Everything's timing in life, as people say. That's how people have fortunes just suddenly, they find an idea. But then it's execution, too. Everything's execution in business. It's not just, it's timing, it's planning, it's coordinated strategizing, as we learn in our MBA school. For our wonderful professor, my wonderful professor, BZ. Yeah, grazie, grazie, grazie. And, grazie. So, we need to realize that there is a divine power out there, and that for people who are totally in darkness, you're right, it's tough. It's the darkness. You don't know when it's going to end. You do not know. You're like, it's almost like you wake up in a bad dream and the dream won't stop. It's just bad, and you feel like trapped. I know that feeling. You're trapped. Like those who feel trapped in poverty. Those who feel trapped in, dictator, tyrannical situations, governments that are just not doing the right thing for their people. Feeling trapped, feeling helpless. And it's true, my great, one of my great friends, teachers, spiritual teachers, who's familiar with many of the Indian traditions. And like I said, Hinduism is very confusing because Hinduism is not the Dharma, it's the eternal religion. And we've had it's a fluid religion. It adapts to the times, it adapts to different cultures, it's adapted to everything. That's how powerful Sanatana Dharma is. That's how, if you understand Sanatana Dharma, you'll know that it's the religion of all religions. But more importantly, back to the point where people feel trapped. And in that trappedness, you don't know what to do, and I understand that. But please heed this message that you will get the light. The light will shine upon you, as it did upon me. Because there's a certain planet that may be causing all this wishy-washy and turbulence and bringing you up and down and all around, and like you're in a washing machine, and that's the planet Saturn. And if you want to appease Saturn, help the poor, feed the needy, give socks to the homeless. They love socks. They said they all love socks. That's all they care about is socks. They probably care about a nice plate of food every once in a while and some socks. Can we give them some socks? What's a goddamn big deal about some socks? We got so many socks, man. Socks? I guess I'm going to have to create a sock factory with solar power energy, because my energy will be free. And all I have to do is turn on the machine and make some socks, because I got free solar power coming from the sun. So we need to give them some socks. We need to, do something like that. Serve the homeless, serve the poor, feed them. But when you feed them with your heart, and feed them with your personality. Feed them as if you would, feeding your mother and your father. How about that? Because you respect your mother and father. Most of us do, at least. Try to. Even if we don't want to, we wonder why we don't. So even the ones who don't are probably struggling with the fact that, my God, all my other friends respect their mother and father. Why can't I respect my mother and father? I mean, we're all socially engineered in some way to be affected by each other. So, as I said, it's very difficult for people to comprehend this, but I'll tell you got to feed the poor. You got to feed the homeless. Like Pope Francis said, you got to take care of poverty. You got to take care of inequality. You got to take care of the people who are not able to take care of themselves at this moment. It's maybe not due to their circumstance. Maybe due to circumstances beyond your understanding. Maybe circumstances due to cruelty, to bad nature, ill-natured families. Families that have corrupted themselves inside. anything along those lines. You don't know, so we must try to help them nonetheless. The karma you build in yourself by doing these actions is gigantic, and the changes that will occur in you will be fundamentally profound, so that you too will transform and become the person that you wanted to be. Because right now you're trapped in the darkness, you're trapped in the dreams, in the nightmare of a dream, and you're wondering, how do I get out? How do I get out? You're searching, you may be talking to all kinds of people, you don't even tell them the whole truth, but you just ask simple questions that kind of give you some insight, and you don't still feel like you have the answer. You still haven't found the grace of God, the grace of Guru, as we call in Hinduism. But he's the great Jupiter, and he can bestow grace on the planet. The light of God, philosophy, religion, dharma, higher thinking. Yes, he can make you see. Guru means one who rids of darkness. The darkness you're facing, I was there. And you too can get to that wonderful state, the divine being state, which you so desire anyhow. And you can reach that, and the world will reach that, there's no doubt. But more importantly, to help that situation, the divine being must serve like a divine being. So help those who are less fortunate. Always try to help those who are less fortunate. Even within your circle, help the weakest link, not the strongest link. Always help the weakest link in the chain. You will benefit it. You're making the chain stronger by helping the weakest link. So always think that way. That's the proper way to think. That is the natural dharma of this earth, not the one you've been taught so recently. It's not going to work for long that way. No, it's just not possible. So let's do our ancient Vedic leadership practice, because I've rambled today. But hey, it's a powerful day, so I'm going to ramble. And I'm going to share something with you. And then, so let's do Om Gam Ganapati Namaha to clear, to ask Ganesha, who is one of the doorways to perception, like Jim Morrison, the doors, Aldous Huxley, doors of perception, one who brings the proper perception of reality. He tries to help remove the blockages of the mind. Remember, all these gods are a pluralistic of one God, because the human condition and the human mind is so complex. Ganesha rules a certain psychology of the human mind. The oneness of the human mind is God, then, if we take it extracted to that level. The oneness of your soul is God-like. To become a God, divine being, is within you. You are a part and parcel of God. And so let us take upon yourselves. We ask Ganesha to give us the part and parcel of God, of Ganesha, into us. And the Aditya Rhythm Stotram is also one of the most powerful parts of God, because this is the Aditya Rhythm Stotram. This is the confidence, leadership of divinity right here. Without this, you don't have the confidence and leadership ability of your divine self. So you need to do the Aditya Rhythm Stotram. It's very powerful. And then Rahu is to control the underhanded dealings. Rahu is a demon, an asura. We all have parts and parcel of God. We have duality in ourselves as well. God understands duality. So you must control and mitigate some parts of that duality, or at least understand it better. The Rahu mantra will be interesting, because the Rahu mantra will teach you. You'll realize who you were, but then when you do the Rahu mantra, you'll see a different side of yourself, right? So you knew something before and after. So what is that? That's duality. That's yin and yang. That's positive and negative. So you're going to see the duality. Once you see the duality, you're going to realize the duality exists. But by doing the Rahu mantra, you are going to see the duality. And that's most important. That's the greatest teaching of it all. And then the Venus mantra is to enhance the benefic side of you, which is to make it rain, so you have everything enjoyable on this earth. Because I want you to enjoy this earth. You are a divine being. And then we'll end it up with the pranayama meditation, which just seals the deal. It's whipped cream and cherry on top. So let's do Om Gam Ganapati 11 times. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha, 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 Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Aditya Rhythm Stotram. Tato yuda parshantam samare chintayastatam ravanam chagato jasvayudayasapastatam Deva Chesha Samagamyam Jastumagatanatanam Apagamyam Bavidramam Hastio Bhagavan Rishihi Rama Rama Mama Baho Shunaganyasanatanam Inasarvanarin Rasa Samare Vijeshasi Adityadam Punyam Sarvashata Vinashanam Jevaham Jane Nityam Akshyam Paramam Shivam Sarvamangalam Langayam Sarva Baba Pranashanam Chinta Shukprashashvanam Aryavadam Uttamam Rashmivantam Samadyantam Deva Sur Namaskatam Pujasva Visvantam Bhaskaram Vivanesharam Sarvate Mako He Shahe Tejasvi Rashmi Bhavana He Esha Deva Surgan Lokan Pati Gabasvihi Esha Brahmacha Vishnu Cha Shiva Skanda Prajapati Mendro Dharana Kalo Yamasamo Pampati Dharvasa Dya Ishvatu Martu Manaha Varvinya Brada Manaha Rutakarta Bharakare Aditya Sutta Surya Kaga Puja Gabastiman Sivanam Risho Bahun Hiranta Deva Kare Haridashva Chi Satamichi Michiman Timuro Matana Shambu Vastramatanam Shuman Ingararo Shishrampu Baskaravi Agniwo the Day Budara Jangasha Shanahe Mr. Bidi Rigajan Bagarahe Kansi Pamitro Vindivati Bavangame Hatabi Mandali Mitru Binglazaruta Bane Kavivishwa Mateja Ratasabo Bave Na Aripo Vishnu Bhavanahe Tejas Mavi Videjas V Davishaman Mosute Mapurvaya Giraya Pajaraya Nama Jutaganam Patiye Dinam Patiye Nama Jajabaya Javaya Namo Nama Namo Nama Jarashram Sho Aditya Namo Nama Namakaya Viraya Sangaya Namo Nama Nama Papa Parodaya Martanda Namo Nama Rishanada Jajaya Surya Ditya Varchase Vasvade Zoribakshaya Rishajavane Nama Namagnaya Bignaya Shatanamane Katagnaya Devaya Jajinam Patiye Nama Tamitarakavaya Vananda Vishkarmane Namastamo Benignaya Roshase Lashajane Shazin Budatum Tarjibatu Prabhu Payati Jetapacha Varjashikasvi Ejivatika Jagati Buddhi Barjia Ejinitum Chipalam Javanacho Chanam Vidachika Java Katanam Palamache Yanikadani Lokishu Zareja Vibabu Inamapsukreshu Kantareja Vaisha Kinurjasa Satavati Ragava Pushaname Kagro Deva Devam Jagapati Metajinitum Jatva Yudhisheva Jashisi Ashashane Baho Ravanam Vajashisi Evamutatagasha Jagadatatam Etachudva Mateja Nashagavatata Dharmasa Sabrita Ragavan Pradatmavan Adityan Prechajava Tupranjamatmavan Jirchamya Sajirbava Dhanarada Navirdavan Ravanam Prechatatma Yudaisabagmate Suryena Mata Vadechajudavave Ataravananda Richirama Muritamana Paramashparashamana He Ishacharya Padisamekshevitva Suragana Madhyagatova Jasvareti. The beautiful Aditya Rhythm Stotram, the practice and power of Lord Surya. May you bestow upon you, all world government leaders, do the Aditya Rhythm Stotram. It is so powerful for you. It will create the kingdom you wanted. The kingdom, but the divine kingdom in you. Yes, the touch of your soul, your heart for the people, the philanthropic nature, your heroicness. Every person wants to be the king, but like the king and the king of kings. Not just the little king. Not the little king, we're talking about the big king. Right now, sometimes we act like the little king, but let's try to get to be on the big king because you are the king. I mean, it's your turn. You got the chance. Make a difference. That was the reason why you wanted to be a king, right? To make a difference. I mean, what does a king do? You mean a king because he wants to sit and eat the plate of food and fucking have the harem? Well, yeah, I mean, hey, it's not a bad thing about the king back in the days, right? They used to have the harem, but you still had to take care of the people. That's why you were put there. That's the beauty about being a king. People want to love you, and in return, you love them back. People made you king for a reason. They loved you, or at least they thought they loved you for the right reasons. All right, let's do the Rahu mantra. Om Om Brahm Brim Brahm Zarvedima, 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 Om Brahm Brim 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 Zarvedima. Om Dream Dream Malajma, 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 Om Dream Dream Malajma. Now the pranayama.
Namaskar.